small-time hackers can't shut it down all over the web and make people pay for it. Only Google and YouTube can do it, and I say they're the #1 prime suspects in all of this. But notice, if we would have just laid down to this, they would have won. But by fighting back, now we have an even bigger victory, and we show people these crooks aren't invincible, and so now it's an even bigger disaster for them. And this is, I mean, this is the biggest thing we've ever done. Our response to this, our resistance to them, the idea to promote the Obama deception last week, this has turned into the biggest event of anything I've ever done, and it's only growing faster. I'm telling you, folks, I feel like we've got lightning in a bottle here. I think they've miscalculated. I think they're going to go ahead and just take it down again. I believe that they've done this because I've read their rules to start purging the thousands of other copies on YouTube and other places, claiming it's theirs. Because when they, I've read when they enable this rental thing, they don't allow other versions. I believe they're about to start purging it. So, folks, you better spread the word about the Obama deception now. Kenneth, stay there. Keiser, your take on this. You were trying to say something.
Well, if everybody who has a blog embeds in the header of their blog, Obama equals deception, you know, then you're fighting the InfoWars. You don't even have to link to the film, or you can just have that link in the heading of your blog, so that the search engines will equate Obama with deception. Remember, Obama won because if you did a search in 2008 for the word hope, you would get results Obama, Barack Obama. And that's why he's the President of the United States. He essentially commandeered the word hope. Okay, now you've equated Obama with deception. Let's keep pushing that theme. If you keep pushing that theme and you institute a major political overturn in the next 6 or 7 months, you will have accomplished a major battle in the InfoWars.
And I guess they're propagandists, and they recognize this. I mean, Max, I'm just a regular guy who just swings with the truth, and I guess it trumps them over and over again. But the more I think about it, it was the top link, Obama deception. They don't like that. This is important. They wouldn't have censored this and revealed themselves unless they knew it was important.
But what is it Washington Post just released today in Top Secret America? There's 800,000 people in a fourth branch of government in the United States who are fighting the InfoWars, who have allegiances with the information technology firms in America, including Google. Okay, this is now out in the Washington Post. This is now. The war is on. The battle lines have been drawn. The tyranny is here.
Well, I agree. We've seen massive increases. 73,000 blogs taken down last week. No court order, no nothing. Justice Department just ordered it, saying they didn't like their speech because they were talking about sharing files and talking about stuff online. Now your speech is illegal. We're seeing other sites being hacked. They've tried to take down the Alex Jones channel with hacks last week. And Dave, who runs it, hadn't even told me that. When I called him Saturday, he said, yeah, they're trying it here too. So it looks like the green light was given in the last week or two, Max, to launch a major cyber attack against us and everybody else for that matter.
Well, the computers are programmed, and your film hit a traffic anomaly. It started to go in the direction that the computers couldn't figure out why, because it didn't fit into any of their template logic. And so they shut down or dismantled or hacked or took it offline. And this is what they're programmed to do.
Stay there, because that's what Obama says. I've got to shut the web down to save it. They mean their globalist web. They always speak in, triple meanings. And so you've got to know there are fail-safes built in to shut down things on the web when everything goes to hell in a handbasket. This is a cybersecurity takeover kill switch test. Well, I hope Max Keiser's right. This is just a computer glitch at Google. But here's the Washington Post, a 2-year report admitting Google is top of the heap, NSA. What did that CIA technology officer retired, Mr. Steele? What was his first name? We had him on a few times. He said he named In-Q-Tel, he named MIT, and everything he said, 5 years ago, and then again 4 years ago, he came on twice. He said he got so much heat, he wasn't going to come on after that. He told us that on the phone. I think he got some threats, but he wouldn't say that. He just said, look, I can't. I like what you're doing, but it got too heavy. He was the first person I ever said who said, look, they're not influenced by the CIA and NSA. He said, Alex, they are. They are. They are. And he said, check out this doctor's name, that doctor's name. It was MIT, it was NSA, these doctors of technology, these gurus, and they're literally taking over the whole planet with this. And people say, well, why are you on Google and YouTube? That's the war. That's the internet. We don't give up landscape here. We're going back to Kenneth Webb. Keiser with us on the economy and your phone calls going into the next hour in overdrive. max-keiser.com, his great YouTube channel. Stunning information. max-keiser.com. Max, do you think my analysis is accurate, or do you have anything to add to that?
Well, I wouldn't say it's a computer glitch. In other words, it's like you were at the playing 21 in Las Vegas, and you started to win too many hands. The eye in the sky picks it up, and then you get a visit from the pit boss. So there's no way you can beat the house. Now, your video started to impinge on Obama's team and their ability to control the propaganda wars and the info wars. So you're getting a visit from the equivalent of the pit boss in the virtual world. They need to remove you from the table because you're winning too many hands. And this computer picks that up. That's why I call it the casino gulag, because a lot of the technology used to keep people in line is the same as the casino. They know how to incentivize you to keep you gambling, but they know how to discipline you from winning too much. And they also keep you unemployed and low wages, so you're there in the gulag. So you, Alex Jones, were winning too many views with this video, and you got a visit from the virtual pit boss who had to shut you down because you're winning too many hands. It's a casino gulag.
And now we're pointing out that the house is fixed, so they're backing off because it's revealing who they really are.
Well, it's not necessarily fixed per se. It's that the human being is easily manipulated, and they manipulate the humans. You see, the point of starting a country like America to begin with was to try to tease out the greatest parts of humanity to create something that's better and bigger than the sum of its parts. But now that you've got bankers in control, they're breaking it down so it's less than the sum of its parts, and it's just a bunch of greedy people trying to win off of each other in a less than zero outcome.
And the bankers can set the rules so they game everything, and they get the world out of fiat currency. They just make up out of nothing. As Thomas Jefferson said, they were facing it then. He said, if you let private banks issue currency and credit, your children will wake up homeless on the continent their forefathers conquered.
It doesn't have to be rigged. It just has to be marginally successful and get the majority of people to give up their self-respect, and you end up with a casino gulag. And you've now had a direct interaction with the pit boss in the virtual world who's come over to you and said, sorry, you're winning too many hands, you're getting too many views, you're co-opting the word Obama, which needs to be associated only with the word hope. We cannot tolerate the word Obama to be associated with the word deception. That's intolerable. It cannot happen, and we'll do whatever it takes. We'll stick our computer algorithms on you. They'll do all the dirty work, and I'm sorry, but that's just the way it is. You have to leave the casino now.
I'm so glad we had Max Keiser on today, because he just brought out, because he's an inventor of a major stock exchange system and very intelligent and understands this, and everything he's talked about in the last few years, it's just so crystal clear how right he was. And he brought out issues here today that I didn't see or understand. I'm just in here toe-to-toe going at them, and my listeners are, and we're kicking their butt. We're going to go into the 4th hour live. Stay with us. We'll be right back.